Are you new to Knighthood? Then look no further, because this is the ultimate beginner's guide to get you ready to conquer the land.
Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa.
What is up, Pistol Nation? We are looking at a brand new game that just got released globally, Knighthood. This game is from the creators King, who are basically famous for Candy Crush. But this isn't like a Candy Crush kind of game. This is actually really cool, and I've been enjoying the heck out of this. So I have some beginner tips and tricks for you if you're just starting out. The biggest thing that I see people ask is, how do I catch monsters? So if you're brand new and you have no idea what I'm talking about, in the versus arena right here, you'll have monsters on your team when you go into the versus arena, and you can collect different ones. There's a bunch to collect, almost like Pokemon.
Pikachu.
But they don't really tell you in the game exactly how to catch them. So what you'll do is you'll go over to hunts. Now, the only way you can catch monsters is through the hunts. You cannot catch monsters in the regular conquest, which would be like the campaign, the regular campaign battles, or anything like that, any other types. You have to be in the hunts. So you're going to go over to your hunts. You're going to pick one of them. And you're going to click on enemies first. So it's going to tell you your rewards. Click on enemies first. It's going to show you the different enemies that you're going to face. Now, right now, I do not have anything I can catch. If you can catch a monster, it will look a little like this. I'm going to pull up this screenshot. Now, you see that little green like cage next to that monster right there? That is indicating that I can catch that monster. Now, in order to catch the monster, all you have to do is battle it and just kill it. It doesn't matter how you kill it, just kill it. Now, one thing you have to keep in mind is you cannot raid this. If you raid this, you will not catch your monster. So I'm going to take this away for a second and show you the difference. Right down here, it says prepare and raid. After you 3-star a hunt, you can raid it, which will basically just instantly complete it for you, and you don't have to go through all the battle animation. However, if you do that, you cannot catch the monster. So if you see a little cage, make sure you go to prepare, and then make sure you fight and you manually fight it out, because that's the only way you can catch the monsters. Now, if you do catch a duplicate monster, let's say that I already have a monster and I can catch it again. What happens if you catch the monster again? Well, you will use that duplicate as food. So here, I pull up another screenshot. As you can see, I caught the dead parrot already, and I got a duplicate. It says you already have this minion, release it to earn food. So you set it free and you'll get food. Each different type has a different type of food. And in order to level them up even more, you'll feed them food and it'll help power them up. Now, they will level up as you play in PvP battles and they gain XP, they will level up. But this is another way to increase them and make them even stronger by feeding them the food. You're going to need a very specific gauntlet. Now, gauntlet is this big armor thing on your hand that gives you superpowers and lets you punch the heck out of people. There is a ton of different gauntlets. As you can see, there's the Knight's Gauntlet. This is your basic one you start off with. There's Champions, Rebel, Holy. There's all different ones. Dark, Maverick. They all catch different monsters. So if you click on it, as you can see, this is the one I have right now, Knight's Gauntlet. At the top right here, it will say minions with the little like cage. Click that, and these are the minions that can be captured using this gauntlet. So if I have this equipped, these are the monsters I can catch. You're going to want to unlock as many different gauntlets as you can, because it'll let you catch more different monsters, and they all have different abilities. So if we go over here, this one only lets me catch these two. Unlocking mines is super important. So as you go, here's the battlefield, and we're going to go through everything, and there's all different kinds of scenarios. There's the regular trail that takes you to like the main area, but then there's also these like side quests that'll take you to different things and give you extra unlocks. Now, if we look over here, see this right here, this is a mine that I collected, but you don't have to necessarily unlock that if you don't go a certain way. So like if I unlock this one, I haven't unlocked it. I have to beat this level. Then it'll unlock this little area over here. So some of these mines on the field are locked behind these like other conquests. So you have to make sure you pay attention and just try and unlock as much as you can, because this is free resources. These mines, they generate free resources over time. They'll give you gold, sources to power up your equipment, all kinds of different things. Potions and elixirs. Far too many times I see people not actually using them in battle. Right here, potions and elixirs. They'll actually have them equipped, but they don't use them. So it's very important that if you're in a tough battle, use these potions. Some of them will have you recover health. Some of them will have you buff your attack or buff your defense. And this one will even do your rage. So very, very important. Make sure you're using elixirs. All right, I'm gonna jump into a hunt real quick just so I can show off the next tip that I have. So when you're out here battling, you have your little rage meter that you're gonna be trying to fill up so that you can do your ultimate attack. Now, one thing that people may not know is, I'll show you. So I'll just punch. I'm just gonna keep punching so that you'll see as it's filling up. When this is full, you can still use your punch ability. So if you click it, you'll do the attack and you can do the punch. But if your rage meter is full, and let's say you're on round 2 of 3 and you only have one monster left and you don't want to use your rage, but you don't know like, oh, well, how else do I punch, right? Like I only see this punch button. How else do you punch? Well, if your rage is full, you can still punch by swiping up. So you're gonna swipe up and it'll still trigger the punch animation or the punch effect. Punch trigger, punch attack, whatever you wanna call it. So you can even do it on your computer. Watch this, I'm gonna click and go up. If I click and go up, see, punched. All right, next tip I have is do not dismantle all your equipment. Right here, you can go and dismantle it. Now, what dismantling does is it'll give you a chance to get a charm with the following rarity and shape. So there's different charms that you can get that you can put into your equipment, and they give different buffs. One thing you can do, but I personally suggest that you do not dismantle your equipment, because there's other ways to get charms too. This isn't the only way to get charms. But if you dismantle your equipment, you're going to be missing out later in the game when the forge is unlocked. There is a way to forge your lower equipment into stronger equipment. And another thing is, the higher the level for your equipment is, the more resources it will take to forge. So try not to level up all your equipment, because you don't want to have like a level 10 and then a level 11 and then you're like, okay, I want to forge this. Because it's level 10, it's going to cost you more resources in the end. Not all equipment can be forged. And there's two different ways to tell. The first is they won't have a weapon type. So if you don't know, there's different weapon types, as in like light and heavy. And second is they won't have a rank. Now, some of these can be ranked up into the next area. So once they reach like a certain level, we'll say 10, you'll actually have to rank that item up, that piece of equipment, in order to unlock additional levels. So if you see a common item, if you have a common piece of equipment and it does not have a light or heavy type, or if it cannot be ranked up, that cannot be forged. Bonus tip. When in a PvP battle, I personally believe it is better to focus on your opponent's monsters first and then take out your opponent's main hero. Now, the theory behind this is if you take out your opponent's monsters first, that's less bodies on their side of the field, and that's less characters doing damage, basically. So right now, this is your opponent's main character, and this is me. And then they have their two monsters. And see, their monsters get a turn to attack. They're basically just computer controlled. But if I take out this monster, then next turn, this guy will be dead. He won't get an attack off. And then if I'm able to kill him too, the only damage that's going to be done is by the main hero. while as I will still have my monsters still available. So here we go. I'm gonna just take this guy out first really quick. He's gonna see, now my monsters are gonna do attacks. I have no control over that. Now see, we just killed him. Now on my opponent's next turn, as you can see, he's gonna do his 4 attacks, and then his monster is gonna do an attack, but his other monster is dead, so he doesn't get that extra attack. Then we're gonna take him out next. And now all we have to deal with is our opponent's main hero. And that's it. And look, see, we're getting all this extra damage because our 2 main monsters are still available. Another tip I have is to make sure you level up your equipment, especially your weapons. They are so powerful. This is where you get all your damage from. Make sure you have these as high as the level you can. And there are different types. As you can see, there's Militia, Goblin, Beast, Outlaw. They're all good against different types of monsters. So you want to have a good balance. And the best way to do this is just go and do the hunts and grind for the resources. That is it for this beginner's guide. I think I covered pretty much the bare minimum, the basics, as much as I could. If you enjoyed this video, pistol whip that like button, hit that subscribe button for more mobile gaming content. I'm gonna do some more videos on this game. I'm really enjoying it. We'll go over future videos. We're gonna go over the special heroes that you can equip. We'll go over which ones are good, which ones you should try and level up the fastest, and which ones you should be grinding hero shards for to increase their rank, their stars. So we got a bunch of videos, bunch more videos planned for this game. But I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure